NCRP Productions presents Torg Eternity by Ulisses Spiele. The Breifne Crown. Episode 25.
Hello everyone, and welcome to A Sunday of Possibilities. My name is Greg, and welcome back to the Breifne Crown adventure. This time, let's go ahead and introduce our players and their respective characters, starting to my left.
My name's Dan. I am playing Professor Graves, a weird scientist from the Nile Empire.
Is it weird scientist, or are you a weird scientist? Is it weird science?
Both.
Why can't it be both?
Hey, this is Barry. I am running Max Leet, the freedom fighter from Tharkol.
Hello, it's Victoria. I am playing Iara Bay, the elf necromancer from Isle.
And my name's Aaron. I'm playing Ufa Ali from the Nile Empire, otherwise known as the Twilight Jackal of Cairo.
That's right.
And unfortunately, Shan can't make it this episode, but let's go ahead and do a recap. Which one of you guys would like to tell us what occurred last session?
Last session, I believe, we got the information that we needed from Professor Aspartes. And then when leaving, we were stopped by Donna Delight, who was actually what was she? She was a Mossad agent, though she was trying to gather information out of us. So we ended up getting out of that pretty much unscathed. Turns out my friend in, what's the name of the city we were at?
In Benghazi.
Benghazi. He was killed in this kind of like ambush, I would say, because they were trying to flush us out. We were able to get away. I remember I was injured, and then the Twilight Jackal came out. That was the first time we had seen him. And in our attempt to get out of Benghazi, we went to the airport. We were not railroaded, but definitely hinted at the best possible way out.
There was Nile-level hinting.
Yeah, Nile-level hinting. Yeah.
That we should wait for a ticket on the plane.
Yes. But we did actually get a ticket, but it was for a blimp.
Zeppelin.
A Zeppelin, yeah. So
To Crete.
To Crete. That was the... At any rate, so we were on the flight, and then it turns out there were 6 goons there ready to basically take us out.
We also got first class tickets, essentially.
Yes, I did. I
and
got
then
us
the
first class
others.
tickets.
And then everybody else was behind in the back.
They were all in the back with most of the goons. And Professor Graves.
Professor Graves.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my God. I forgot that battle.
Yeah.
Yep.
So in our attempt to comically subdue the goon that was in our cabin, I remember there was rope involved. There was at least 4 different plans happening all at the same time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they were trying to punch me to injure me so that the Twilight Jackal would come out. And they damn near got rid of all my shock and knocked me out.
I got shoved off of the goon's lap.
Yes, you did.
Seriously, do listen to the last episode, because
Yes.
we're butchering this, but
But it really did happen.
There was a lot.
It was epic, yeah.
Iara the lap dance. No, that's not what it was, but...
I was trying to tie him down, and then
Right.
he became awake.
Yeah,
And
then
stood
he
up.
woke up and stood up and very easily pushed you to the ground. So in our fight, which then ensued shortly afterwards, there was an explosion on the blimp or Zeppelin, and we had to get off this plane. And luckily, at the time, they would put biplanes into these Zeppelins, and we were able to procure one of those planes.
Oh, God. Forgot about that chase scene.
Just
Yeah.
in time for the guy that we saw running towards that plane to send off a rocket towards us and
Yes,
hit us.
and through an incredible feat of possibility and expertise, Professor Graves saved the plane enough for us to be able to land, because our landing gear was totally messed up.
Luckily on the island that we were trying to land.
Yes.
Fine.
And you also seen in the background the Zeppelin go down, hit the water, and
Right.
explode in a big fiery ball of...
Lots of people died.
Which hitting water always makes that happen, of course.
Yes, it does.
Especially
In Nile.
Yes.
In the Nile, it does.
Including a couple of Professor Graves' helpers that he didn't seem too concerned about.
Well, they're replaceable.
Exactly.
So then coming onto the land, we came across, I think it was ruins, but somehow I remember we were high enough to see that what was ahead of it was a labyrinth. So was that, I don't remember, was that something we saw coming down, or was that something that we saw climbing up the front of them?
No, so you guys had hit the island, and then was coming on the ruins, and then up off on the, a little bit on the horizon, you saw a ivy, a green colored wall with
Right.
ivy and like these really kind of very bright purple aromatic flowers, and there was an entranceway. Ava
Right.
entered the entranceway, then at which point the door or the walls kind of closed in, locked her in. You guys were yelling and screaming for Ava, but no answer. And then I forget, somebody climbed the wall
I think I did.
I would think so too.
to look across, and then what we saw was just the camera panning back, and you just saw miles and miles of a labyrinth just spreading out in front of you.
And no Ava.
And no Ava anywhere.
And one key piece was on the Zeppelin. As doors closed, there was a K.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
there was a K. Yeah.
We don't know what that means yet, but we know that we saw a K on the Zeppelin.
All right. So that's, I think, where we're at.
Yeah,
correct?
I think it is.
where we're
Yeah.
at.
Sounds like
Yep.
So we were on the Isle of Crete, which Max wouldn't know what that is, but the home of the Minoans, right? Home of the labyrinth and the Minotaur and
And the resting place of King Minos, according to Professor Aspartes.
again, shards are found in crowns
Yes.
or with
Crowns.
crowns
Yes.
Yes.
or round crowns.
Yeah.
We're
a
not
way.
really sure
There's
yet.
crown related.
Crowning
related.
around.
Yeah. Crown around.
Yeah. I remember that we had to go into some tomb for this King Minos. We had to go into the tomb, or was it
The tomb of King Minos is where there's an anomaly according to Professor Aspartes.
Yeah, okay.
A reality wash
Yes.
that he was able to
Yes.
record.
And I know that we also tried to get Aspartes to join us, right?
Yes.
How did
Yeah.
how did that work out? I don't remember.
I think he's choosing to remain neutral at this point.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, we almost had him, and then somebody had said, I think I had said something.
You're
that-
not great at the negotiations.
I'm not good at most things, to be fair.
But the Twilight Jackal.
Ufa.
Yeah.
Twilight Jackal's good at one thing. But I think I might have insulted his intelligence by not stroking the ego in a way, and
Okay.
and that kind of, I don't think that was part of it.
And
But
so
there-
that's one piece that we still potentially have out there that we may want to look into as far as for what Jones sent us in as.
And there was
And-
also a request that he had, though, is he wanted to hold the shards.
Oh, in the
and
end.
I
Right.
gave him I was offering him a bow, the bow that I got, which may have some previous shard type
Eternity shard
stuff
energy
in it,
kind
yeah,
of thing.
from a previous
'cause
invasion.
The risers are the limbs of the bow. It has that same red and blue.
Yes, and he also was interested in the Declaration of Independence. No,
Yes.
that was it.
Well, I think he was just in scene.
Just for the history side of it. And when you mentioned Donna Delight and that she was Mossad, she was curious about why we were trying to find him, because she said 2 other groups had also attempted to get them on his side. One had possibility and the other did not.
Yeah, one of them is probably Mobius in a way, because he was not very perceptive to me saying that I was working with Mobius at first, so he's not really a friend as much as he probably tolerates. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm getting out of it, at least.
It was a big episode.
Yeah.
It was. There was a
Well,
lot. Yeah.
some of his past episodes blended
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
but
Is that
it
what it
had-
was?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it had
2
carryover.
episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
big episode last episode. in real life, it's been a few weeks, so real life gets in the way.
Yeah.
So, Iara, you're standing up, and all you see is, from your height, what appears to be labyrinth, and then, but what you just see is just all along the horizon is the tops of this maze just spreading out. Looks like it could be clear to the water, and then as far as your eye can see from this vantage point, as you're screaming and yelling for Ava, no answer, and you don't see her.
Do I see any edge? So it looks like it's out towards the water, so covering the entire island, it seems like.
It looks like it.
Or
Looks like it
spanning
spreads out to the water.
Do I see any bigger gaps, like openings, where there might be an area that's more open?
You're not the tallest, and so you're, just from the angle that you're at, you just see the tops, and you can't really tell if there's like a large gap
Okay.
or where the center is or anything like
Gotcha.
that.
I will climb back down and tell the others what I have seen.
What did you see?
It appears as though there's a labyrinth. I do not see Eva. She seems to have disappeared into
You
the
didn't
labyrinth.
see where she went could have gone? There's no opening on another side? You saw no movement?
I didn't see any movement. I didn't see her. Wasn't she went to the right and then there was like a wall where she would have been when I looked at it?
So when Ava entered in, the wall just kind of shifted and closed off.
Right.
You saw an entrance coming in, turn off to the, I believe it was the left.
Okay.
But then from what you looked on, the way it shifted, it didn't match what you originally saw.
Right. Yeah, so where I saw her go, it does not appear she could have gone because there's a new wall there, but I think that it seems like this moves.
And you're Aaron, you are currently Ufa?
Right now, I believe I'm still the Twilight Jack because we didn't rest at all. We just went for it. We just started walking towards these ruins. So I'm kind of like pressed up against the wall. I'm trying to look through with my X-ray vision, and I can't see anything.
That's right, you did
Yeah.
attempt to look through.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Right.
Like, I can't see anything.
Right.
So Jackal, is this, what should we do next? I mean, your realm, and possibly you, Professor, as well, but your space, your world, what do we do next? Do we
The
endeavor to
professor
break through?
moves forward and takes a look at this wall. Is there anything unusual about it? Does it look like normal stone?
As you pushing through, like try to get through the vines on the wall, it's a living wall, so the vines are so just wrapped up and so tight, you actually cannot get through them to feel what the base of the wall is.
I see.
Professor, something?
Ever seen anything like these vines? Are they just normal vines, thick, or there's anything unusual about them?
Like the purple flowers.
No, I mean, other than not being able to get through, to be able to feel through, it's just, imagine like manzanita, like dried manzanita, but alive and vibrant. But it's that tough and it's that hard to try to maneuver through. You can't even sneak your hand through or push them aside.
So it's not stone. I'm not looking at stone. This isn't weeds and stuff wrapped around stone.
Can't tell.
A labyrinth. Okay.
Can't tell.
Could anybody cut away the vines, perhaps, so we can get a better look?
I pop my claws, power them up, start hacking through the vines.
As you start hacking through, you can see as you start cutting the vines, almost as quickly as you're cutting through, they just kind of grow back and mend together again.
Iara, is this some kind of magic you can stop? I can't go fast enough to get through them.
That's
I
interesting.
There's nothing I can do, although this seems very similar to the living lands, the way that the land would grow back.
Yeah, but not like this. This is
fast.
different. Well, not just that. It's growing back almost the same as it was.
Yeah.
Whereas the living lands was new growth.
Can you cut a small piece of a vine completely off?
Sure, snicked. And
so-
a piece of vine.
As your hands over, it just kind of browns and just crumbles.
Interesting.
That's not the living lands.
I could try to bury it.
Throw. Yeah, I step back, bury the front of the wall.
Yeah. Everybody step back a bit, and I'll cast Sudden Burial on the wall.
Go ahead and roll.
It's against the target's dodge or dexterity.
It's gonna be pretty good.
First roll tonight.
Wait. That's still a 12.
How dexterous are the vines?
Yeah.
So when you go to cast, you feel immediate resistance, and it's not because the vines are dexterous.
Is it my magic?
It's something magical is preventing your magic from penetrating it.
Okay, so it won't even let me cast, or is it's just being very resistant to my
Or
cast?
It overwhelms
Okay.
your magic.
Gotcha. My magic is not working against it.
Is it stronger? I don't know how this magic works. Is it stronger? Is it diffusing yours?
It is stronger, I believe. It's taking over my magic and is resistant to it.
Not to belittle you at all, but are you going to be able to act in this realm?
I have been able to act in this realm before. This is new to me.
Maybe we're in a different zone. Maybe we're in something stronger.
You feel right at home,
Yeah.
so you know you're not.
So I don't sense any difference in possibility or anything
Nope.
like that. No.
Nope.
No.
We've been in two cosms at the same time areas, and it's not feeling the same.
It's not feeling that way.
So this may have been fully taken over. This may be exclusively the Nile. Possibly, I think we've heard the term pure zone.
Could be.
As you guys are talking, you see you hear like the sound of vegetation just rustling, and you see entranceway form up again.
The one that...
It originally closed off and shut Eva off from the group.
Well,
I mean-
do we go in as a group?
I don't see why not.
Let's do it. But
go.
at the same time, so no one's cut off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Professor, are you with
Absolutely.
us?
I'm with you.
At that point,
I was gonna say
Azrael chimes up and she says, "I can't go back and leave one behind. I believe it's prudent to leave one here, so that way, if Azrael makes way back, she has a
Ava.
connection. Or if
Ava.
Ava makes way back, she has a connection. Max, that is my decision."
Okay. On the count of 3 then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Let's go.
As you guys step in, look around, look back, and see Azrael standing there. Like, she's just kind of waiting for something. She, like, shrugs.
It doesn't close.
All right.
Didn't close.
Okay.
So is there a tunnel, or is there a...
You
Is
see
it
it-
literally just a room?
Well, it's like, you mean, it's pretty cramped, so you're in like a 3x3, just kind of square. So you guys are all kind of in type, and there's a pathway to the right.
Well, I'll lead then.
So you lead.
Claws out.
Before we do, let me take out my hemp rope and let's tie each other together just in case.
Absolutely. Do you want to go... I don't think we should spread that far, though.
No, I don't think we should spread that far either, but just in case. I think if we do, I don't know.
Should we
3 to
tie
5
each other together, or should we just hold on to the rope? and
That
line?
works.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Professor, are you armed? We don't know what we're going to run up against, and I would hate to...
I do have a pistol for emergency purposes.
Good. All right. Good. And Jackal, would you like to take the lead? I won't pull
I think
back
it would
from
be
you.
best.
All right.
Yeah.
You lead. Iara, do you want me to take up the rear?
Yes.
All right.
I can be in the middle with the
At your lead.
professor.
All right. So I'm going to keep going down this, leading everybody down this.
What is the marching order?
Be me first.
Professor second,
Jackal,
Professor, and then Iara, and then Max.
Professor Graves, Iara, and then Max. All right. As you start, and I'm assuming it's single file.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. As you start traversing, I mean, almost immediately you can just feel the disorienting impact of trying to traverse this maze. As you look up around you, potentially hoping to get any type of point of reference from the tops, the way that it looks is once you see the edge, it just continues. It's just this flat horizon of green. As now that you're deep inside.
And then, is it diffuse light? Are we looking through? I mean, there's still light in here, as the light of the day is sort of coming through the vines.
The canopy is open, so it's full sunlight coming in.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay.
Are the interior walls also covered in vines?
Yes, they are, with the same purplish flower.
Do either of you know this flower?
I don't know. I don't think I do.
Well,
But I have.
Could I make a scholar check, possibly?
yeah. So
I just don't want to end up in here and have the flower be some form of a sleeping or
Poison.
poison. Yeah, I have.
yeah, go ahead and make a
No, I
scholar
don't.
check. Does a Professor Grave have a background in like herbology, botany?
No.
Okay.
Could I assist?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
give you one.
What does that just give you?
Yeah,
Plus
just give
one?
you
Plus one
yeah.
to your final roll.
Okay. 17.
17. From what you recall, can't quite recall the name of the flower, but what you do recall from like ancient Greek culture, Greek maidens would make crowns of these flowers for like ceremonial purposes, for like weddings and whatnot. And then they were also used to help, the aroma of it was also used to help with decomp, to mask the scent of decomp as they were preparing for funeral rites.
That's concerning.
So this is an ancient flower used in Greek ceremonies.
Is it only available here? I mean, does it grow on this island, Crete?
From what you knew, it was an extinct flower.
I was under the understanding that it was extinct. So this is the first I've seen of it.
Okay. Jackal, lead on.
All right. So I'm going to keep moving forward.
Are we going straight, just straight, or are we turn?
No, so it's like, so when you go in and you start moving, So you'll hit like a T intersection. To the right is just 1 foot, and then to the left is another 2 feet, and then another intersection.
Okay.
And there's times when you stop and where the path that you're going is blocked off. The path where you were going all of a sudden is blocked off. And then you look off to where a wall was on the right. There's now a passage.
Great.
Extremely disorienting.
Yeah. Just wonderful. Yeah.
I don't like this. And Iara, did you see any way potentially could we climb up and go along the ridge of these upon the top of this maybe?
With how much it's moving, I'm concerned that we could try it, but then if you get to a gap and you have to traverse down and up, but yeah, that could be a possibility.
I think we should. I will have no control in this if we get attacked or if something suddenly opens.
Well, and we have no idea how to get back to where we were at this point with how many times it's been closed off behind us, so
Yeah.
I agree.
Climb.
All right. I'm going to climb to the top, I guess. See what I can do.
So as you climb, you head your way up to the top and you climb. So you're able to, it's maybe about a foot or not quite a foot, 8 inches or so
Like
thick.
a brick's almost like less than a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's sturdy, so you can actually perch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're up there kind of standing a little,
Yeah.
It's not really, we can't walk across it.
well,
Just slowly.
yeah, so well, he hasn't tried walking yet.
Yeah, I'm up here. I'm just gonna look down. It's stable enough to stand on, but we'll see if I can.
Professor, what do you think about tying each other together now?
I think it could have its benefits. I mean, if your intention is to walk along the top of the wall,
That's
then-
my thought. At least we'll
then
have
yes,
some idea.
if we're tied together and someone should fall, I think that's a good idea if that's what our intention is to do. Yes.
I think so. All right, everyone up.
I'll hold my hand out to get everybody up. If they
So
can-
you're all
if they can
standing
help.
just like on this 4 foot length of wall.
And now we
just
are
kind of-
very single file.
right.
and loop, wrap, and tie around each of the people.
Okay.
Yep. And be like, all right, first step.
If anyone slides, if anyone falls, holler out as soon as possible so the others of us can catch rather than go down with you.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, I'll lead on.
All right. So I take the first step.
As soon as your foot lifts and starts moving forward, that section of wall that you're on just starts like it's being moved inside the intersecting wall. So everyone's kind of standing, along this, and it's just moving in.
Oh, so we have to jump up basically to stop it.
Do you jump?
I'm gonna step up to see if, as it starts to move in towards the stationary wall, is that possible?
So step up to the stationary wall.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. So
Okay.
as it's moving, I'm like, okay, whoop.
So you move, you step over to the stationary wall that it intersected with. It's still moving in, and then that wall that you just stepped on just starts sliding into the intersecting wall that is on.
You're doing splits.
This is terrible.
And eventually, that's what starts happening. Is it starts kind of spreading you out.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I don't know if this is a good idea.
Max, no more wall under your feet as it starts just sliding out
Move
from under
forward,
you.
move forward.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. We're gonna have to go back down into the. But can I see where we were? Can I see the ocean from this vantage point?
Yeah, you can.
I'm like, all right, so I can see that we've gone in however many layers or something like that.
Make a mind roll.
Okay. Not good at that. Well, I'm not terrible at it. That would be a 9.
A 9. You are positive that when you entered in, the ocean was on the east side to where you're at, but now it's on the west side.
Oh boy. Okay. So I'm gonna tell everybody to get down. We're gonna try to go in the same.
Before I get down, the professor's looking around. Is there anything different that he sees within the maze? Any landmarks? Anything other than just viney walls?
I was looking the same thing. I'm looking for water or a raised temple or anything that identifies as exactly something other than those.
Make mind rolls, both of you.
I've got an 11.
Okay.
An 8.
So as it starts, just the wall underneath starts, disappearing. You look out, and all you see is just the flats of the maze, just the green of the maze with some dark spots where you think that may be some sort of movement in between, and thump, down.
Right, and then I'm going down because I have no choice because there's no more wall.
Because there's no more wall to stand on.
All right, so I'll grab the vines and go down as slow as I can and be prepared to grab if Iara comes down next.
She's coming down really soon.
As I see them, I just start slowly making my way down anyways.
Yeah.
Professor as well comes down.
So we need to stay close, and we need to keep moving. I'm fearful, Professor, you weren't with us, and no, you weren't with us either, Jackal. We moved through the Nile in such a way. I don't relish the thought of going through living lands, living plants again, but we're in it, so
Yeah.
I say we move.
It's opening up in a way that is really directing us where we're going, is what I'm understanding.
Well, we're being directed
Exactly.
somewhere.
Right.
I don't feel as much as a mouse in a maze as...
Right.
Yeah.
This is that. Yeah, that's my point. Is we can't go back to where we were. It's going to bring us to where it wants us to go. So we might as well just keep going.
Okay, everybody, keep an eye up, keep an ear up,
Yep.
and we'll move.
Also, I noticed when I was up top that when we entered this maze, the water was on the east side, and now
Yes,
it's on the
I remember
west.
that.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
it's on the west side now. When I went
didn't
up there.
notice that when I was looking.
Yeah.
We've made several turns, so
Yeah, it could be that you're just confusing west with east, or the maze has confused us somehow
Jackal
and
would
gotten
never
us turned
confuse
around.
those things.
So if I look up, is the sun where it was? Like if the sun was slightly to my left, is it now magically, if it was at 9 o'clock, is it now magically at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, it's different. It's changed.
it's not just that we've made
Right,
multiple turns
we're
that have
going
gotten us.
left. We're on a 180. This is something different.
It's almost like the maze
Yeah.
flipped.
No, it's almost
Or,
like the
went
world
180.
flipped.
Yeah, the whole world.
The maze flipped us in the world.
Iara, can you sense magic? You said you were fighting against it, but can you actually...
Do you have divination?
Yes,
Go ahead and roll.
I have +3 in divination. Ooh. 20.
As you actually start concentrating and just kind of reaching out and feeling for magic, you absolutely 100% feel an overwhelming force of divination magic all about this. But it's not that type of divining magic where you get information. It's kind of like reversed, meant to disorient.
There's definitely, I mean, we understand that this is magic. This is a magic that is generally divine in nature, but it's different than what I normally know of divination magic.
How so?
It's trying to change, it's trying to disorient us rather
It's doing
than
a good
giving,
job.
yes, rather than providing us with answers, essentially.
Can you control it? Can you force it to do what we want instead of what it wants?
I don't
Can you
think,
grasp it? Again, I know nothing of magic.
yeah, I don't really believe I've got anything in my abilities at this point to be able to change
Professor,
it.
any magic in there?
No, I have no magic.
Do you have any understanding of this? Do either of you?
I do not.
Professor, we know that the Jackal here is from here. Are you as well?
I am indeed, yes.
Where are you from? What city? What?
Benghazi.
You're from Benghazi, so the place that we were. Okay. Well, if either of you come up with anything, let us know. My disorientation is full.
Reality Surge, this is saying it only affects my character, so I don't know if this is going to help. But when played, the character's axioms and world laws are in effect for him as if it were in a mixed zone for the remainder of the scene. This only affects the character and any items he's using.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I don't know how that's going to help me, but I feel like it could help me. And I want to play this and see if I can do the sudden barrel after using this.
Okay.
So
So you reach deep and...
yes.
So you see Iara just kind of concentrate, and in a weird way, you guys can actually feel just a pulse of reality just shoot out from her and just kind of wash over you. Everybody make a reality check. Besides you.
Okay.
10.
17.
What's a -1?
So you, academically of course, but can recognize the world axioms of Isle actually now emanating from Iara.
Interesting. You're from the Isle, then, I assume.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna try now. 16.
16. So the sudden burial, so the earth just kind of shoots up, taking parts of the wall that was there and under, and as the ground kind of comes back down again, off in a far distance, you hear just this, just something kind of moan or yell, just off, like just somewhere deep
It's
in the
directed.
maze.
It's not all around us.
Correct. You hear it from a location, so,
My friends, be ready.
but not all around. For maybe like a few seconds, you actually see a pathway through the maze where the earth destroyed part of that wall, and then like you can see the wall starting to form again.
Okay.
Did everyone else see that?
Yes.
I did.
So this is possibly a way to get through. Can you do that again?
I can continuously do this. We're going to have to move quick because you saw how quickly it reformed.
The only concern I have is, did anyone else, do we have a direction for that noise? Did it seem to come...
Did it come
Did
from
anyone-
the direction of the path, possibly?
Well, the path is all twisted and whatnot.
Gotcha.
The best that anyone can tell, it came from the center of the maze.
Of course. But could we be oriented enough to look at that?
Right. Can I direct my sudden burial towards the direction I
Right.
heard the
Could she
noise?
form a path directly to the center of the maze if we know where that is?
If you make the correct roll.
The correct roll for the sudden burial or for...
The direction.
For the
Direction.
direction, yeah.
Okay.
So
Can
basically,
I will try to listen into which direction I heard that from. Focus in more.
That's going to be a mind roll.
Okay.
And again, you guys can help by either, it's like, well, which way did you hear it from? I heard it from there.
Yeah, so I'll kick in a point, plus one.
If I can do that, I would like to do that as well.
I'll
Okay.
do it as
My
well.
mind is not good.
Nice.
So 20.
You feel like you just have an innate direction sense of where it's coming from. You're locked in on it.
Okay.
So do we choose to go to that, or away from that, or beside it?
I think ultimately our goal would be the center of the labyrinth.
And is that where you're thinking it comes from?
Yes.
Okay, when she casts, we run. We stay close.
Hang on to the rope.
How,
Let's
do
not
you want me to
gamble.
just like
Let's-
continuously
let's-
roll, or how do you want me to do this?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's not gamble either. If we just go a little ways, stop, cast
Wait
a spell
for it to-
again.
yeah.
So we
See
don't want
if
to get caught on
anything's-
opposite
yeah.
No,
sides.
it looks like it reforms.
Yeah.
So as soon as we see it reforming, step into the whatever trough it allows us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay close.
So,
All right, Iara.
So for mechanics wise,
It's a chase.
you don't you don't know how many rolls it's going to take because you haven't been able to get a distance.
Yeah.
But you need to get successive rolls, which means dramatic resolution.
All right.
Everyone's favorite. Okay. And for the great idea, which I love, there's a possibility.
Thank you.
And so what we'll do is with the dramatic resolution, of course, A, B, and C, D, to be able to get through to the center. D is what you need.
Okay.
The DN number is going to be 14 to beat the divination. If you want to try to get both A and B, in turn, then it's going to be 16 on the subsequent roll.
So I have something, and this has been something I'm wondering about. I have a card called Backup Plan. Play to have two different characters test for steps during a dramatic skill resolution. That's what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. They may test for the same steps or different ones. So in theory, are we normally only having one of us test?
So this one would be basically a divination. Well, you're casting, so that's going to be the skill.
It has been, unless each of us are doing different things, it has been only one person doing the
Okay.
test.
Right.
All right. Okay, so I have that card just to let you guys know. So,
Okay.
which would allow if two different people did it, they would both be at 14s.
Yes.
All right. Well,
All right. So
we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
first one is A.
yes.
All right.
Nice.
And so I'm rolling against divination, but I'm using my sudden burial.
You're using
spell.
your normal spell,
Okay,
but
alright.
you're rolling against a DN of 14 because that's the power of the divination.
Gotcha,
What's
okay.
causing the disorientation.
Okay, got it. That's a 12.
And there goes the
Oh wait,
possibility.
that's a 9. Hang on. Nope, wait. That's a 15. I lied.
15.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I read the 9 as a 6.
Got it.
Okay, so yeah, 15.
So 14, if you beat it, so as the ground kind of comes up and shoots down, you guys you move in.
Jet
so,
forward.
Yep.
Jump.
The way that you guys are moving, have to climb but still climb together. It takes you maybe about like you can get just at a burst, maybe like 5 to 6 walls, kind of going in.
Okay.
So, but you're able to move forward.
All right.
That's incredible.
Well, I mean, with us pulling, we're all roped together. I can pull people along with us. So
B.
Yes.
wow. Okay.
All right. There we go. Good to go.
So
17.
So you're again, just especially when you feel your world axioms just kind of coming out.
Like, yes.
You're grasping that magic. Boom, that wall, the dirt just kind of comes up, just slams back down.
Move.
As you guys are moving, again you hear just off in the distance.
And still same direction that it's coming
Same
from.
direction.
Is it getting louder?
Maybe. It might. It might not. All right. No C.
Okay. All right.
So, 2 more for C and D.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Critical problem.
Uh-oh.
So, as you get ready to go and cast, and so just all of a sudden, a new wall just starts forming up around your feet.
Huh.
And so the wall that was there just kind of, and then just immediately you can feel the vines start just kind of coming up around your feet.
Everybody, back up, and I'll pull as hard as I can on the rope. Pull
Strength.
it through. We know the possibility is going to be used
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so that is going to be. Oh no, that's a 10. Oh no, that's a 2 because it's the
'Cause that
backup
was
of
the-
that.
Yep.
All right, so that is going to be 17.
17. So as you start feeling, you can feel this tug of war as the vines are actually trying to keep Iara.
Right,
But
I
you're
figured
like,
this thing figured out.
and just pull, and you're able to actually break the vines off, and they immediately start forming. But Iara is free.
Okay, go.
Okay, so 1 card left. You need C and D.
Okay.
Or we've gotten only so far.
Oh.
What was on it?
B and D.
Oh,
That elusive C, man.
and so basically what happens is her connection to Isle fizzles. Is that what's effectively what happens?
No, because she's still in the scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what happened is the maze is was able to kind of
Understand.
learn, or whatever's controlling the maze
Okay.
was able to see what the plan was, and instead of she's strong enough in magic, it can destroy the walls in front, but it's now shifting the walls beyond that.
Can you get around it?
I think that it's learned what I'm doing and it's not going to let me continue this. But we're closer than we were.
We made it some distance.
Yes.
Let's let the walls form and one of us go up and at least look and see if we can see something different. Something at the center. Or possibly whatever it is we hear growling.
I think perhaps not me. It seems to be angry with me.
Yes. Oh, did we hear the growl that time?
When it was like trying to take me.
Trying to take
No growl on that one.
Because I'm trying to make the connection. Is it the thing in the center that's growling? Is the thing in the center running this? That's what I'm wondering. It might be a connection there, but
Yeah,
anyway.
no, you didn't hear a growl when
Jackal, you or I?
I suppose I can get up there.
Go.
Yep.
I do have a pair of binoculars if you'd like to borrow them.
Oh,
I
handy.
actually have some too.
Oh. There you go.
They don't fit
As
up
you do
my
in the
mask,
Nile.
though. But yeah, I can get up there and take my binoculars out and look around. Thank you for reminding me I had them because I completely forgot.
So climbing up's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to climb up, kind of get your balance up on top. Ooh.
Yeah.
And you bring the binoculars up. Roll mind.
Again, not amazing at this, but here we go. That'd be a 6. A solid 6.
From what you're
Solid.
seeing and just the way that the jackal eyes are formed, you're not able to make the best use of binoculars, and you're just still seeing the green tops.
Yeah.
Are we closer?
Yes.
Would it be better if somebody else added their eyes to the...
My eyes are fine, thank
Equation.
you. I can see through walls.
Can you see the ocean?
You
Has
can't
it
see
moved?
through these walls.
Has the ocean moved?
I cannot.
Do we notice he's having difficulty with the binoculars?
I mean, he can't
dinks,
go like
dinks.
so. It's kind of like doing this.
The professor will climb up and take a look.
Okay. So you feel the professor climbing up next to you.
Oh, yes, here's your binoculars, yeah.
And he'll take a look around with the
Make a
binocular.
mind.
That is a 13.
So your analytical mind determines that it's the way that the vines on the walls are all set up is illusionary, but you think you can spot appears to be like a large break, an anomaly in the way that the top of the maze looks like, and that could indicate a center area in the maze.
Okay, so I can get a rough direction of where that is.
And you're going the same direction that Iara was going with her spell, so it's in the
Okay.
same direction.
Can I tell how far away it is?
Can't tell quite with that particular roll. But
Can
you're
either of you
closer.
guys figure out which way the sun is going, where the ocean is? At least
Look around.
orient us.
Yeah.
So you look around. From what the sun looks like, it's getting close to being twilight now.
And we see the ocean.
Sorry.
The ocean, you see,
Twilight Jackal.
where before the ocean was just like right over there. Now it looks like the ocean is miles away.
In the same direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the same direction.
Okay, so it hasn't flipped us again. Do you have different powers in Twilight? Is that why you are the Twilight?
No, I
Jackal?
just prefer it.
Okay.
It's an aesthetic.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
all right.
definitely the aesthetic, yeah.
Well, we have a direction.
So we're
I guess.
definitely closer. I can see what appears to be the center of the maze in the direction
Okay.
that we were headed.
Can you see the thing making the noise?
Do I see anything moving that direction?
No, nothing moving.
No. Do I see perhaps any indication of a path that would lead us in that direction through the maze from this direction? No.
Nothing that you can discern from this height.
When you're looking, do you see is the maze shifting all the time, or
Yeah,
is
do I
it
see
only
different
shifting
walls
where
shifting?
we are?
No.
It appears to only shift in our general vicinity.
What
One
if
last
we-
thing, both of you. Can you look around? Are the walls shifting anywhere else? Is potentially anyone else moving inside this maze?
Scan the entire maze around.
Do the same.
Roll minds, both of you guys.
Can they add one to the other? They
That's
both
a
rolled
good
already.
roll. Okay. 14.
That's better than me.
Yeah. I told you, I love the Twilight.
You see small shifts of movement, what looks like about a mile and a half to your right.
Okay, so about a mile and a half to this direction. I'll put my hand out. I see
That's your
some.
left.
Sorry, this one.
I understand the disorientation. It's getting me too.
The maze is confusing us all.
Yes.
It's okay.
I definitely know my left and my right. Definitely. But there is some small movements of the walls over in that general direction.
Just one? Does it appear to be a single? Can you see it, Professor, now?
I'll take a look in that direction. Do I see it as well?
Now that you pointed it out, yeah, you can spot it.
Is there so we see just one, so something else is moving in here.
That could be your
Yes.
companion.
It could be.
Eva, maybe.
Could be
Does it look like she's moving towards us?
No.
Is it closer to the center of the maze than us or further away?
Whatever that movement is, or whatever is causing it, it appears to be going away from the center.
Again, that's the only one that you see?
That's it. That's all I can see.
Okay. So if it's moving away, hopefully it's Ava and she can get to safety. But for us, it means nothing else is going in. We hopefully don't have to contend with anybody else.
Perhaps we could just start climbing up and over, going in the direction we know we need to go.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
We could certainly give it a try.
Yeah.
So
We're coming up.
So all four of you again are like,
Yeah.
it was like
Well, as soon as we're up, I figure they'll start going.
Yeah,
down. Gonna
we're
try
just
and-
like-
we're gonna try and go in mass as much as we can.
Yeah.
So again, as you first step, the foot comes off, phoom, but faster this time. It's like phoom, the wall just kind of shoots into the intersecting, and you can actually see another wall start forming, and then forming a T, and then before you guys phoom, drop.
How
know how
much
this is gonna
closer did we get?
One wall.
One wall over.
But now the direction we're going is not straight. It's to the left or right is
Right.
another T.
I
Okay.
see.
At this point, it seemed like it was moving us there, and we aren't going to get a chance to jump it. I'd say we just continue.
I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like it wants, yeah, like you said, it wants to push us in a certain direction.
Do you wish to tackle whatever it was in the center? Do you wish to be the first in?
I mean, I did get knocked out on the blimp.
I'm not questioning your
feeling
abilities.
Awesome, so potentially.
I will
someone
take the
else
front
will
if
go
you
first.
need.
Yeah, someone else can probably go first.
Switch with me.
Yeah, all right, we'll switch with you.
All right.
So I untie myself.
Yep. I will keep hold of the rope till he gets back to me, hand him the rope, walk up the rope, and then retie myself at the front.
We have been out of combat for a while, though, so your shock should be back.
The shock itself?
Oh yeah.
The shock would come back?
After,
shock comes back.
After, like, what is it, 2 minutes, every 2 minutes after out of combat or something?
I don't remember, but it's minutes.
It's
though.
it's super
Minutes.
quick.
Oh, okay, so
Once you're out of combat, your shock comes back.
But the wounds don't go back, right? That takes time
or a healing.
Yeah,
Or,
okay. So I'm still definitely towards the Twilight Jackal, but I'm not as winded
Yeah.
in a way.
Did any of the rest of you notice that it appears no longer to me be daylight? I noticed this last time I went over the wall.
What time was it when we entered the maze?
You left in the morning, so it was like.
And how long have we been in it?
From your-
approximately?
That's what I'm going to ask.
From your best
what do you guys
estimate,
feel?
yeah. From your best estimation, maybe only about an hour and a half.
So it shouldn't be Twilight.
Not
No.
that I know of, but I
you
mean this.
you don't see you guys. The two of you don't see twilight. You see like bright noonday.
Oh. But they see?
They see twilight.
What do you mean?
Now you know he's Nile.
What's that?
He's Nile. Too.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean, Twilight?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Look, it's the sun's down. It is almost. It's
No,
almost dark.
It's high
It's
noon. There's no
daylight.
shadows.
What?
It's
I
the
look
middle.
up.
It's the middle of the day.
It looks high noon now.
Professor looks up.
Looks like twilight.
I'm certain it was. I do see the sun now. I don't understand.
Interesting. I do not.
You still see
I still see twilight.
what I described then.
Yes.
All right. My only concern was if we had passed more time than I thought. I guess the hour of day doesn't matter. We have to keep moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone ready?
But it is interesting. If you both saw it, now you don't see it, and
I
you
don't
do
see
see it. We have not seen
Yeah,
it.
I'm
I've seen
curious why
daylight
I'm
the
the
whole
only
time.
one that sees it. That's interesting.
I am too. And both of you are from. Now, are you both originally
Yeah,
from
I'm originally
Nile?
from Nile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We need to keep moving. We need to keep
Yes.
moving.
Yeah. Are we going to do the wall thing again, or are we going to...
No, I
No,
don't.
I-
I don't
I
think.
think that'll
at
be a
some
waste
point
of
it's gonna
energy.
split us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's learning actually.
I think it is, yeah.
So
That's a frightening thought.
When I tried to climb up, did it try to take me again?
No.
Okay. Well, it's not angry at me anymore.
Well,
It's just not singling
that's
you
probably good. Yeah, right. That would be the way I would think of it.
out. Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's continue moving.
All right.
So as you guys move along, you're again just kind of going through this labyrinth. But for maybe about the past 30 minutes, no shifting walls. Now you're just kind of trying to.
Or we're not seeing it shift. If it's shifting, it's well in advance of our sight.
correct.
Well,
So you're not
maybe
seeing
this
the shift.
portion doesn't move.
question: Are we getting to points where we have an option where we could go left or right, or is it a single path through?
There's times when you get to where it might be you do have an option, but then say you go to the right, 2 turns, dead ends. So you have to backtrack to go to the left.
So effectively, there is a single path.
yes.
It still is
Which
having
means
us
it's. I feel like we're being led somewhere.
Yeah.
I do
Agreed.
too. This is what we thought a while ago. Oh, we continue.
As you continue, you come around one corner and there's a kind of a fairly straight stretch, and you see an article of clothing lying on the ground up ahead of you.
That's
I'll stop.
concerning.
And all right, so I see something ahead. Can all of you see? I'm not sure what it is.
I see
Oh, yeah.
clothes on the
It
ground.
looks like
Yep,
clothing.
Yep,
You'll
I
see
see
it.
it looks like clothing. We all,
Do I approach?
we have to go
We
that
should
direction.
all.
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
As you start approaching, you get a little bit closer and you see what you recognize as the jacket that Ava would wear. And then
Then I pick up speed and run to it.
And as you start picking up speed and running, you see like vines from the bottom of the wall just start creeping out, engulf the jacket, and
I
Just pull it
leap
in.
for it. I'm assuming I lose.
so as you leap, get ready right to grab it. The last cuff sleeve, phoom, as your hand hits the dust.
So we know at least her clothing is still here. So she's been here.
Yeah.
Maybe she's been in here. Maybe she would have done the work for. Maybe what the noise was she was fighting whatever it is.
Do you have
Could be.
conjuration?
Oh, I don't think so.
What are we walking
do
on?
not.
What's the ground? Is it just dirt? Is it
Dirt.
just dirt?
Like great dirt.
Do you see any tracks, maybe, possibly around here?
I didn't even think to look.
Yeah, I didn't think to look either.
No,
I'm
as
gonna look ahead. of
you look
what-
ahead, no tracks. When you guys look behind you, no tracks.
So we're not
not
leaving
even our
tracks
own.
either.
Not even your own.
I want, since we're right here, I want to climb up and see if I can see anything from where we're at right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'll go climb.
Would you like to use a pair of binoculars?
Yes, please. How did see it works?
She's
Put
got
them on backwards.
Yeah.
Everything looks further away.
Turn them around. There you go.
Oh, okay. So I'll climb up.
Nice.
14.
14. You see like a dark recess from the tops of the maze, but still in the general direction that you're going.
Okay, so we're still generally going the way that we are towards the center at least.
Towards the center at
Okay.
least, yes.
Do I see any other clothing in the open areas around where I'm at?
Not from this. Not from this perspective.
Ocean on the right, correct side, or swapped around?
No, it looks to be the ocean seems to be directly ahead of you now.
Okay. Is it daytime?
No.
Okay.
As you look up, it's now that false dawn.
Okay. Come back down. Is it daytime for you guys?
I look up.
Yeah. It looks like it actually hasn't
Yes.
changed.
Still
It is.
twilight for me? Still twilight.
It's the day that I saw when you two told me.
It's twilight for me as well. And the ocean is that direction, which it should be over that direction. And we are still going in the general direction we need to go in.
And can you feel anything magic? Is something?
It's definitely magic. It's just trying to, it's successfully confusing.
Okay.
Did you see if we're any closer to the center?
We are getting closer, just
Well,
slowly.
we're moving the way it wants us to move.
Yes.
So we continue.
So you guys continue moving. Maybe another 2 hours to what your best estimate, especially if someone's tactfully taking the time to count, and then every once in a while when you guys stop and check. Sometimes it seems like you're getting further away from the center. Then half hour later when you check again, it seems like you're getting closer to the center. But the maze is definitely succeeding at disorienting, but yet it's still single-pathed, even though when you hit the dead ends, and no shifting either.
I don't think we have a choice. We just continue
I
forward.
think we do.
I mean, I have grenades. I don't know how much they would damage the wall.
Or for how long?
And it would
For how
be
long?
only temporary.
It
Yeah.
would be, it'd be just the same thing. Pretty
But-
much the same outcome as the spell.
How many grenades do you have?
Just 2. If
We
Maybe
should probably
save them
save
for an
those.
emergency.
Yeah,
For
if we
that
need to
loud
get out.
noise.
Yeah, the loud noise. Yeah. I also have torches. I don't know if that helps.
That's interesting. What does fire do to the vines?
I have flares, sorry. Yep.
The professor pulls out a lighter and lights it and holds the flame up to the vines.
You hold the flame up to the vine. It's fresh and green, so it doesn't ignite like a dry vine would. But it kind of starts to curl in and smoke. And then as the leaf ignites and gets down to the branch part of the vine, it goes out. Then
Okay.
all of a sudden,
It just grows back.
it just starts
Okay.
kind of growing back.
I can't create a larger flame, but it's a good idea.
I guess our only option at this point is just to follow the path.
Yeah.
I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we hear noise?
No,
Okay.
haven't heard anything.
Whatever was in the center or where we think we're going.
Do we want to scope it
seems
out
to be
again?
Content. Yes, I think that's a great idea,
Just
Professor.
periodically climb the wall and
Yep.
see if we're
Yeah.
getting closer. Yeah, let's do that.
And we should be keeping track of time since day and night continue to go back and forth.
So back up,
Like how many intervals? Like every
like
30
roughly every
minutes?
30 minutes to an hour. Yeah.
Probably good, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are going, and your timing maybe about 20 minutes. You hear just a scream.
Male, female?
Female.
What direction?
Can't tell.
I hope that wasn't.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't Eva.
I'm looking around.
Somebody should climb the wall. I'll climb the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were up when we heard it. Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's
if we
about
aren't,
20
then-
minutes. Yeah,
then I would
you're
go up.
Immediately
Yeah,
climb
yeah,
the wall.
yeah.
I feel like all of us would probably
Yep.
end up doing that.
So you climb the wall,
Yes.
look about, make the mind rolls.
I'll help somebody. Yeah, I'll help him.
If I can roll a d7, that's
I'll
pretty
help
good.
Professor Graves.
We all should be helping Iara. Iara's got the
Well,
best chance.
No, actually, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, his is
Slightly,
like
just
a bit-
slightly.
Yeah, I got a 12.
I have an 11.
You gave me 1, so I am at 20.
20. Off to... You guys are still making the direction towards the center of the maze. You can tell that you're closer, though, like much closer. But maybe about 50, 60 feet to the right corner of it, you see like a lot of shifting in the maze.
Can I tell that's where the scream came from, or is the screaming still happening? Or
No,
did it
just
get
a
cut
one,
off?
just a one scream.
How many walls between?
Too many to count.
Too many. Okay. Well, I'll point it out. That I think is where it came from.
So now that points it out, you guys can see the end of the walls kind of start shifting and things start solidifying back into place.
So I'm going to holler in that direction. Ava! Okay. They saw one area of shifting movement. Is it at roughly the same distance that they saw it earlier?
No, very different.
But then if it's moving, does it look like it's closer or farther from the center from us?
The shifting was closer to the center than you are. So that was about 50, 60 feet. You might be 120, 130 feet from the center. So you're much closer, but...
So the shifting was only 50 or 60 feet away from us.
No. On the other side. So if you're coming in from...
I
the
see.
south
It's on
end-
the other side of the center?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. I understand now. It's on the opposite side of the whatever this
Whatever the center
is in the middle. All right,
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
I say we keep moving.
I mean,
I think our best, we're closing in on whatever the other shifting is.
Yeah.
And if it's not Ava, it sounds still like a female voice.
Yeah. And there is no
Sounds like
other
somebody
option.
is in trouble.
Yeah. There is no other option at this point. Should we pick it up?
I think so.
Yeah. So if we could rush.
So you guys kind of start double timing?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you start double timing, what you find as you're moving through double time is the shifting starts to get a little bit more active. So you see an opening about 10 feet up, it kind of closes off, and then like 3 feet behind you, the path changed and you have to kind of go around.
So it started shifting again. For a while when we were walking, we weren't seeing any shift.
When you're walking, no shift. When you start double timing, shifting.
Do you think this is counterproductive?
My question is this. Do you think that the labyrinth is working to keep us apart from the other party or parties?
That's
which means
possible. Plus, the shifting may indicate that it has a time frame that it's working on, and it wants us to show up at a specific time. While we were walking, we were moving more directly. While we're running, we're moving in a more circuitous route, and it's taking us longer.
And we're not conserving energy.
Correct.
I
So
agree
perhaps
with Jackal. We walk.
we should walk. Yeah.
We're back to walking.
Back to walking.
And you notice the shifting stopped.
I think you're right, Professor. It wants us to get there at a certain time.
Yeah. At this
What
point, I feel
nefarious
like
purpose?
it's playing a game, some kind of game with us.
It's toying with us.
Yes.
With my knowledge of the Amaranthian Spectre,
The Amaranthian Inspector?
would he do something like this? Something that would his mind work this way to be a little bit more like he's diabolical? I understand that, but would he like toy with people like that?
From what you know of him, he loves toying with people, but he's more direct.
Yeah, this is very indirect. Like
Yeah.
haven't seen anything that really makes me think it's a Spectre doing this.
No, and it
But-
just doesn't really fit it doesn't feel like the Spectre's
Yeah.
doing.
Okay, so I'm not gonna bother mentioning that then. Just we're gonna have to just take it at a walking pace, which is getting frustrating.
I think we're all frustrated at this point. Yeah.
So, all right, as you guys continue, maybe about another 2 hours pass.
Jeez, man.
On our ups and downs, do we appear to be getting close to the center? Closer?
So, like as you, the next 30-minute stop when you climbed up and checked, you're farther away. Then on the next one, you're a little bit closer. So than you were before when you checked it. So it's kind of like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of thing.
Are we seeing any other, when we're going up, we are all looking for other movements. Are we seeing any other movements this time?
No.
Again,
Haven't
this
found
reminds me of the Living Lands.
It does me too.
It doesn't like
There's a different
feel,
intelligence
Yeah,
here.
yes. But it yeah.
I'm wondering. Perhaps we walk backwards, maybe confuse the labyrinth in a way.
You mean walk back? You mean turn around and walk the same direction but walk backwards?
Yes, it's worth a shot.
I'm open to
I'm
experimentation.
willing to try.
The weird
We walk
scientist
in the
is
same
like,
direction,
ooh.
but we are walking backwards.
Yeah.
Are you looking backwards as you walk as well, or just walking backwards?
I suppose maybe it's like you take a couple steps, take a couple steps, like you're as you're walking, like looking back, but you're not like looking back the whole time.
Okay.
The walls are close, right? So we could like feel the wall as we walked back.
As you attempt to just put your hand on the wall, you can feel it shift away from your touch.
Now wait a minute.
It is learning. Whatever it is, it's learning.
But it moved away from her touch.
Right. So as you're going as you're kind of walking backwards,
Like
I'm walking this way, I'm going this way. The walls are still right there, but if I try to go like this, as long as I'm stopping, I'm touching. As soon as I take a step back, it moves off a little bit to the side.
If I turn around and face it and do that, does it do the same thing?
So, face the wall or face the direction you're traveling?
Face the direction I'm traveling and do it?
So, if you face the direction that you're traveling and touch the wall, you see what looked like a straight path, and then, the wall kind of comes in.
But just do the walls on the side. If you're walking the direction you're looking, do the walls back away.
Can I touch the
Touch
walls?
So, if you're looking in the direction you're traveling, the walls do not move.
Okay. So it's only if you're trying to aid yourself confusing it.
Interesting.
It is set to disorient.
But trying to disorient it also changes it.
Yep. Causes it a reaction.
And so, again, as you take a few steps backward, and then when you look, all of a sudden you see glimpses of a straight path, and then just a wall just kind of grows in front.
So stop looking.
I wonder if we don't look,
Yeah.
whether we just maintain a straight path.
Perhaps.
So before we do that, let's figure out which direction we need to go. So I'll did we just do that? Have we
Climb up pretty recently.
No, but we did it recently, but I don't know what it's
Okay.
like now, so we should probably...
I'll climb up and see which direction we need to go.
So as you climb up, make a mind roll.
22.
You are absolutely positive that the glimpses of the straight path you saw were leading straight to the center.
Okay, so continue in that direction, backwards without looking. We'll get towards the center.
A breakthrough. Excellent idea, Jackal.
What can I say?
What I can say is good idea.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. All right, so I guess we're just going to
My friends, my only concern is this. When we come upon whatever it is that's there, it will see us, we won't see it.
That's a valid point.
I believe I can take the first hit.
Okay.
I probably
How
can't.
far away did
That's
it
why
seem?
I'm in the front.
Yeah.
Or the back.
Or the...
Right.
Yeah.
Very good, Professor.
right, you're
yes,
in the
very
back.
good.
We're in the back. Yeah.
Up the front.
Probably within about 80, 90 feet, so you're close.
We're pretty close.
You're close.
We are also very close.
All right.
So as I'm walking, I am prepared for something. If something touches me, I'm going to endeavor to roll out of its way. Because I'm expecting whatever it's there is going to hit me blind.
I have a card I want to use just in case.
Yeah, just hold it in reserve for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm holding in reserve, but it is something that might help.
So, only maybe about 10, 15 minutes go by. So just a short amount of time from what you're used to. As you guys are moving, the direction, you're walking backwards, not looking. So the direction that you can see the maze kind of all of a sudden start shifting and then forming a square block.
Oh, so it's shifted away from us to create a... Okay.
How large of a block are we talking?
Maybe 20 by 20 from what you can see.
I'm extending my hearing as far as I can. I mean, I'm completely focused, controlling my breath, just trying to send out to receive.
So as Max, are you
Still
stopping or
walking.
still walking?
Still walking.
Okay. As you can keep going, it's a little disorienting, especially walking backwards and trying to extend out your senses.
Light's still okay?
Not seeing, don't even notice the lights. Just
Okay.
focusing everything. Go ahead and make a mind roll.
That is not going to be very good. That is going... That's going to be a 1. No, a 3. A 3.
So I mean, just the frustration that you had, mounted up. And then just the disorienting nature, and then now closing your eyes, trying
Blood's
to extend
pounding my
senses,
ears.
blood's pounding in your ears, just that natural unease of walking backwards. You're not feeling anything, and then all of a sudden you start feeling as something heavy is thudding and running towards you.
Okay.
And
Turn around!
And you guys can feel that too.
All right, turn
I'd
around.
like to play this card called Alertness.
Okay. So alertness, you notice an otherwise unseen item, clue, or event. Alertness may be played out of your hand at the start of an ambush to prevent the heroes from being surprised.
Nicely played.
Nicely played. So, as the initial first thump, Jackal's reflexes turns around, and you catch a glimpse, your X-ray vision, just of just a little bit through the vines that are ahead, and what you see is the vines start just kind of coming out of its way and coming up, tipping over the 10 feet walls. You see what looks like a pair of horns.
Ugh.
And it's moving quickly towards you.
We all
I'm gonna
knew
yell
what
out,
it was gonna be.
Minotaur!
We all knew what it was
Yeah.
going to be.
Absolutely.
My character may not know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That noise.
All right.
Say with alertness.
Let's see chance.
So with that, as everyone turns around, just the path opens up, and what you guys see is a minotaur, just bulging, hulking, just upper torso, just on the legs of a bull. It's got the full ring in its nose, just as it's just blowing snot and just. Red eyes just flaring, froth at his teeth. It's carrying this big, huge battle axe as it's running, and the horns are just nice and just like a Texas Longhorn steer, just kind of coming up. And so they come straight up and then curve out as it comes running. But thanks to your alertness, it didn't get its ambush, and we'll go into regular combat.
All right.
So now how do we roll initiative? It's been a while.
It's gonna tell us
All right,
whether.
good.
It's going to flip a card, yeah.
First thing, though, is this thing is a very wicked, scary creature. Everyone needs to make a willpower or spirit roll.
10.
10. You feel this overwhelming fear come up, but you're able to swallow it down barely.
8.
Go ahead and keep that.
I'm going to have an 8.
8. So, Barry,
Or can I play out of my hand?
Yeah.
So I have an action. Add +3 to the total of your test. Action may be played after determining the success level of the test.
yes.
So pass it in. I'm going to have an 11.
So when you see this thing coming at you, this.
I've never seen anything like this.
And then all of a sudden you start kind of freezing, and then your mind starts equating it to what you know. If you put a pair of wings on this, it could be a techno demon.
Yeah. Okay.
So you fought
And
demons
I know
before,
what to do.
and you know what to do with demons.
I'm going to play the action card with give me +3.
Same thing he just did.
So I'm going to get an 11.
Yeah.
Well, you played a possibility, right?
I did, yeah.
Minimum of 10.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I rolled
Oh,
horribly.
even with your second
Even
roll?
with my second roll.
Dang.
Absolute trash.
19 for the
19.
professor.
Yeah, you
You're like,
you
whatever.
see this thing coming, and so that.
How odd. It's a Minotaur.
Interesting.
That's peculiar. I believe these things were just extinct, and just as your mind just starts academically processing the oddity of this.
It's like Sherlock Holmes.
But everyone made a DN10, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Barely.
Barely.
With some help.
I have a very low spirit.
Me too.
All right. So first round of combat, because it is a powerful creature, we are in a dramatic scene, so we'll be
Okay.
dramatic. Heroes first with the flurry.
Which means
So-
2 attacks.
Flurry is the heroes get an extra turn this round. All characters with the flurry will take their normal action, and then the turn is completed. Then you take the other action.
I'm gonna cast Sudden Burial.
All right.
Oh.
Wait, we
May
don't
I
know
do
what it
something
is.
first?
Oh, okay. Yes.
So the professor, this appears to be a bull. Perhaps it is susceptible to what a normal bull would. So he reaches into his kit and he
Not a
pulls
red.
out like a red handkerchief and he sort of flaps it around and tosses it off to the side. He's trying to trick the Minotaur.
So go ahead and roll trick. Are you trying to trick it or taunt it?
Trick.
Okay.
I'm trying to trick it to go maybe
Is that one of the things?
It is not.
distract it.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
Okay. That is a 17.
17. So what you see is as you start waving that, the flash of red catches the Minotaur and it starts barreling in on you.
So was it successful?
It was successful,
A normal success?
a normal success.
So I will make it vulnerable.
Okay.
So that's what I'll do. So
Okay.
everybody will be +2 to attack it.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a power or something?
No, it's a
It's
Part
a
of
game
trick.
mechanic.
That's
So
what
game
Trick
mechanic,
does.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Are we killing this thing, or are we going to see what it wants? I mean,
somebody please kill it before it gets to me.
as you can see, it's barely down on Professor Graves.
Now can I cast?
go,
Please
go.
do. Remember your +2.
But +2.
Okay.
Is that before or after? Is that the end?
It adds to your total. So whatever. Yeah. Oh, what did we determine flurry was?
You get an extra action.
So we will all
Oh.
get one more action, so you can run.
Excellent.
18.
18, and this is against its dodge.
Dodge or dexterity.
Okay. Standard success.
Okay, so the ground lifts up, medium blast range around it, and the creature inside takes 10 plus 1 bonus die, so 14 damage and is stymied.
So it lifts up and boom, kind of slams down. But when the ground comes, you see it actually kind of stumbles and then it, fall flat, and then starts picking up its speed again on its charge.
I will hit it from the side. Alrighty, so that will be a 14 to hit.
And you're using combat,
Melee, yes.
so melee. As you're running, you go to strike out, and as it's running, it just kind of drops its axe as it's running, as it kind of comes down, and just kind of turns its head and uses its horn to block your strike.
Okay. AP2 doesn't matter, right? Because I have to hit to utilize that.
Correct.
Okay.
And both pistols come out, and I'm just gonna do the double tap with both pistols.
Okay. And that was including the +2?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, actually, I didn't think about that. 24 for the first double
Nice.
tap.
So that is an outstanding success.
All right. So there's 14 damage. Is just one dice, right?
Outstanding's 2 bonus
Two.
dice.
Oh, okay. There we go. 18 damage for the first one.
18. Okay, so as it kind of comes, poof! You see the bullet hit like nice, good center mass, flat against its muscle,
Oh.
This is
but it left a mark.
Okay, that's good. So here's the second double tap. Maybe 21 to hit.
21 is going to be a good success. So 1 bonus die.
That's 14.
14, and so this time when it hits its chest, the bullet just flattens up against its muscle right up on the sternum, and Tink just kind of falls down as you can feel the ground just start rumbling, and it lowers its horns on the professor and goes to gorge. What is your dodge or unarmed combat?
9.
That's a good roll.
that's not great.
Okay, so that is going to be 19 versus 9. So that's an outstanding success.
You fail.
That's the card.
So play after an opponent has successfully completed a test. The test fails. If this is combat, reverse the results.
Nice.
So it kind of comes down, and as he's coming leaning in with his horns, you know it's just getting ready to engorge. You just kind of close your eyes and push back.
Olé!
And and turn to the side like the Spanish bullfighters that you read about, and he just runs right through and your red hanky, and goes right through as you kind of do this flourish.
Of course, where the
Great.
horn hits the handkerchief, there's a large explosion, right?
Yeah.
or there's sparks. Sparks.
Yeah.
No, but it did rip the hanky out of your hand.
Excellent. I do not
Perfect.
want to be anywhere near that hanky.
Good sacrifice of Hanky.
Yes.
So as it kind of stops and turns around, you see this just confused look on its face as it knew it was just getting ready to gorge you. And then Hero's got the flurry.
Okay, who's next? I'll go if no one else is.
Go for it.
I'm going to turn around and run for its back. Try and hit it again.
Okay.
Nope, that is not going to be good. That is going to be a 7.
So as you kind of come running up, I mean, this thing knows and just kind of turns around and goes to face you, and you don't get that, attack of opportunity that you thought you had. Just kind of take a step back and, prepare for the next.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
I would like to shoot, but I'm concerned. Is he close enough to where
I'm
He's in
back.
melee.
Oh, am I in melee? Okay.
Yeah.
What if I were to get melee? Would that reduce that?
Shooting into melee so that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you always run that risk of
Potentially shooting.
right.
Yeah. that's concerning for me. Well, I mean, hey, if I shoot you, I'm sorry. I'm doing the double tap.
So odd number.
Yep.
An odd number is a guarantee. Odd number is a chance.
An odd number is the chance.
It's a 12.
So it's
It's
even number.
so you're good.
Yeah. Oh, it's an even number?
Well, no, with double tap, it subtracts.
But you
It's
rolled
just
a
the
12.
roll.
It's just the roll. You rolled a 12.
I rolled a 12, yeah.
So you rolled an even number.
Well, the hit would be 16.
16 actually does hit,
Oh,
but
okay.
Standard success.
Oh, okay. So it is 13 because there's no dice for that, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so it's just
strength.
just 13.
Yeah, so it just kind of poof and just kind of gets maybe lost in the fur.
Yeah.
But no nice flowering blood.
Yeah,
Coming
not
out.
what I'm used to.
You're right.
And because I said I was gonna do 2, here we go. Sorry if I shoot you
Again.
again. Yeah, that's odd.
That's odd.
Yeah,
So Barry,
it's really good too.
Thank
Yes.
roll a d6. 1, 2, 3. You just got tagged.
3.
That's 22 to hit.
you. Oh,
What is your dodge?
My dodge is 12.
12. So that's a outstanding success.
Okay,
Wait, 23 to hit's going to be an 11 difference.
Yeah, outstanding.
Ufa just shot you.
Tag me, yep.
that's 21 damage.
Jesus.
Toughness is 11, so 10.
So difference of 10 is going to be 2 wounds, 4 shock.
Wow.
Ouch.
That's the hardest you've hit anybody this entire game.
I am sorry.
So, how does soak work? Do I do that immediately?
So you can spend the possibility to roll spirit and attempt to soak the wounds.
Spirit, huh? That's
Is it
terrible.
reality? Isn't it your
Reality.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
spirit based, sorry.
Yeah. So if you have any
Which
adds
is-
in reality. So.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a 10.
So a 10 soaking damage. Reality test is standard, so 1 wound, but all shock.
Okay. Professor, do you have any idea? You seem to understand how to control it. Do you have any idea how to do damage to it? I haven't struck. And the most damage the jackal has so far done is to me.
Sorry, Max.
I understand. Combat and all. Iara, do you have any thoughts?
I'm gonna try to scare it, casting fear. Is your thing still in effect? The 2+2?
No,
Just for
once
that
his
one
turn
round?
went,
Okay.
that it's no longer in effect.
What are you rolling against?
His willpower or spirit. I got a 20.
20. 20 is going to be a good success.
So he is very stymied.
All right.
And he was already. Oh, Greg, did you remember he was stymied when?
I did.
Okay.
And then Professor Graves, you get a turn.
I am not sure the professor has anything he can do.
Didn't
Short
you
of-
mention a gun?
I do not trust myself shooting into melee after seeing.
No, that's a good choice. So just so you guys know, I have a wound from before. I
Oh.
don't know why, but I do because it's been a while. So I have 2 wounds right now.
Okay. Stop shooting now.
I know. I'm aware.
So holding then?
I'm gonna hold.
All right. So nothing then to move on. So we move to the
Oh
next.
well, if I was close to him, I will move away. I'm gonna move out of combat. He did attack me, so I must be in melee. I can move out without any danger of being attacked.
Because he ran past.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
As you olayed him.
Right. I will move to stand behind the jackal.
Okay. So you scurry
fair.
around the jackal.
That's fair.
New round.
Get him.
God damn. Heroes Flurry.
Oh, thank
Nice.
God.
Also, so that had attack was a preferred. What happens when you?
Oh, because
succeed?
I successfully attacked.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's right. So now everyone puts, before the new round, a card a destiny card into the pool to play.
I'm putting master plan so we can grab a card out.
Yeah, I'm putting coup de grace, which adds an extra dice of damage.
And I'm putting coup de grace as well.
And those that made a successful preferred action get to draw a destiny card.
I mean, I
So if
was
you attack,
successful.
yeah, if you attacked or intimidated successfully, then you get a
I
destiny card.
tricked, so I get.
Yeah.
Trick's not one
Trick
of those.
wasn't one of
two.
them.
Oh, trick wasn't. Oh, it's an
Yeah.
attack.
Sorry.
Yeah,
So
attack
the last
or
one was
intimidate.
attack or intimidation.
Gotcha.
And then this new
Fair
one,
enough.
attack, intimidation, and
Got
again, dramatic, Heroes Flurry.
Nice.
Got it.
Yeah, sometimes it will say trick on there.
So Heroes, you're up.
Seeing that I had shot Max and it looked like it hurt pretty bad.
Oh, you tagged him. Center
yeah,
mass.
It was bad. I'm gonna run up to him and get into melee with him, but I'm gonna try to position him behind me. because I have that force field and I want to use if he ends up getting hurt.
Okay.
Or getting struck.
So, Max, you feel the jackal come running up to you and actually step in front of you.
What are you doing, you idiot? I was moving to range. We're not going to do anything against it close. Thank you,
Please
though.
run away from him.
Yeah. And I think that's probably all I can do, right? I can't really probably.
You can move and attack.
You can move and attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, with him behind me, would the double tap with the 2 pistols be still melee?
It's still, if you're shooting into melee, so because the Minotaur's not standing still.
Yeah, of course.
It's moving, so if you're trying to get a shot on,
Yeah.
there's that weird chance that it just...
All right, but I think that if I do end up hitting him again, I can use this force field, so I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna double tap both the pistols.
You do you.
You make choices.
My decision making is that. Of course. That's a 15.
15 is a good standard
hold on,
success.
I rolled a 15. Hang on.
Oh,
Which is
Which is an odd number.
odd.
well, that's right. Barry, 1, 2, 3.
3.
19 to hit.
What's your dodge?
Again, dodge is 12. So 7
7.
difference.
Good success. 1 bonus die.
What's your
How does
little
your
thing
shield
go?
work?
14. If you take a wound and I can use the force field to stop it from doing the damage.
14 total. My toughness is 11, so that's going to be 2 shock.
2 shot.
I think. Hold on. It says if an attack hits, but I have to. Each time a hero suffers a wound, I can expend a charge to block 2 shock. So I use the force field to block this shock, and I have 2 left.
So, the bullet's coming straight in for you, but like right before you expect the impact, it just flattens and then falls. Something you can't see. Stop that.
Because that's what I was gonna do too. Here we go. Oh.
You have a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, no, it seems to be more like 100% chance because I just rolled a 13, which is 1. That's 17.
Jackal, I
Yes.
am no master tactician, but I think it would be to our benefit if you refrain from shooting Max.
Jackal, goddammit, stop this!
He just keeps getting in the way.
I'm behind you! What are you doing?
How are you doing this?
I'm trying to help.
And then Max rolled a 2, so it hits him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. And that with 17 to hit.
Minus 12, 5 difference.
5 difference is a good success. 1 bonus die.
That would be 18.
So that difference is going to be 7.
7 is
You're gonna kill Max.
1 wound, 2 shock.
Can you block a wound?
It says
Yes, a force field
actually,
will
hold on
block
a
a
second.
wound
It says
and
every time he suffers a wound.
Yeah, I think force field he has to suffer a wound before you can use it.
So I have the 2 shock.
Yeah, but this one
This one
would go
bounces,
off.
but I still
I'm sorry.
take the 2 shock.
But you still
Yeah,
take the 2
you still
shock.
take the 2 shock from before.
Jackal, this is not working!
I'm like, you're telling me, and
I'm feeling woozy.
I put the guns back in the holsters and I pull out a brass knuckle for next round.
No, back off!
Get away from him. I can't
Who's
do
next?
anything when you're close.
I am, and I run back. And I'm switching weapons.
All right.
I'm going to. Are you both away from him now, or are you close to him?
Now the
Not your-
Jackal
okay.
still-
I'm
worry
going
about
to
me.
take. I'm going to take a moment to look around. Are we in the center of it now?
You're in that kind of square that.
Okay. Oh, that created
that
from
he
the.
formed.
Do you have anything that could potentially do something other than physical damage? He seems to be almost impervious to physical
It
damage.
does seem that way.
That I
Hide of iron.
already did the fear, and then it doesn't like super stack after you're. Once he's very stymied, that's it, right?
Yeah,
There's
you can't get super
yeah.
stymied.
Yeah. So I've already done what I can to get him somewhat weakened. I'll pull out my bow. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, if I take a shot, I deserve it at this point.
Yeah, you're still, so you're close to him.
Yeah.
Max is not close
Max
to him.
moved.
Nope, I moved.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him with my bow.
Okay.
I haven't done this very often. So.
And do you remember the properties of the bow?
I have. It's got 14 damage plus 2 armor piercing, and it doesn't matter what kind of armor arrow I use.
Correct.
So.
So base strength of 14 and plus 2 armor piercing.
Yes.
Right?
I rolled a 5, so you roll your die.
That would be
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, sorry.
D6. 1, 2, 3 hits you.
4.
All right, I did not hit him.
So as you just again as they start moving and combat's kind of going, you just see an opportunity, and just kind of goes wide.
Yep. Get away from him. I can't do anything when you're close to him.
Professor.
Professor has his revolver out, and back and forth, and just closes his eyes and pulls the trigger. A 9 to hit.
Roll.
No. I rolled even.
Oh,
My
okay.
total is a 9.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
So, pow! You open your eyes to see if you hit, and you can't tell.
Yeah.
So the Minotaur. So he kind of like turns around
tiny
and
Minotaur.
like looks over, sees
Sees
the
me.
jackal there, and so. What is your unarmed combat?
Unarmed combat is 13.
13. That's not bad.
High dex.
Yeah, with the 4 from this time, he's going to need a 17. So
Yeah. So that is going to be. So 17 minus 4 is 13.
Nice.
And what is your unarmed combat?
13.
13. So it kind of comes down. Those horns are coming straight up at you. You're able to take your brass knuckles, just kind of hit those horns, and just jump up and ride back a little bit. But it didn't connect.
All right.
Jackal, get
Put the
out of there!
Put the foot on the center of his head and push back. And I'm gonna pull back if it's my turn at this point.
It is
Yeah,
your
you can
turn.
go.
Yeah,
Let-
I'm getting out.
Can I go first?
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right. The professor is going to run behind the Minotaur, and he's going to fire off his gun several times. Hey, over here, man! I'm trying to distract him. I'm going to try to trick him again, basically, to turn around and let them have a better chance at
Okay.
attacking. So it's going to be a trick again.
Okay.
I am going to do this. A 10.
10. So did you
I
roll
rolled a
10?
10.
Oh, so you get to keep rolling.
It's going to be a 25.
So 25, absolutely. You like bang bang, it just kind of stops, kind of stood up, and then turns around, looks behind you, opening itself up to.
Was that a good or outstanding?
So it has some bonuses because it's locked in combat. It's only going to be a good success.
So I can still make it very vulnerable with a good success, assuming you're all +4 on it
Okay.
Oh, wow.
for this turn.
Jackal, get out of there!
I'm getting
Get
out of the
away.
way. I'm backing up as far as I can.
Are you shooting him?
Would you be in melee range?
No.
No, I
we
ran
ran
behind him
past.
and shot and just,
Okay.
yeah, so I did not get into melee.
So then I guess I will.
So you start backing up.
Yeah. Both pistols, double tapping.
No, +4 to your final total,
Okay.
not just
Oh,
your
wow.
not your roll.
That's
+4 to
Yeah.
your final total.
Okay. So it'd be 24
24 is an outstanding success.
already.
2 bonus dice.
6.
Did you roll a 6?
I rolled a 6.
So that's a 5 and
So
roll
It's a
again.
5.
Yep, counts as a 5 and roll again.
Oh,
There's
that's
10.
10,
Remember, you got to roll
23.
again.
You get another die because
Because the 6 keeps rolling until you
yeah,
stop rolling.
that's the
sixes.
first die still essentially. Now you get
Oh.
2 bonus die total.
Okay. Oh, there's a 6, so that's 5 again.
Yeah.
So now you're 15. Roll again.
+4, so
19.
So 19.
Plus 13.
holy cow!
32. Hold up.
Yeah.
We have 2 coup de grace out there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use one of these 2 de grace.
Roll a d6.
Okay. 6.
There you go.
So
So 5.
37.
37. Another 6.
42.
42. Another 6.
47.
Jesus.
Another 6.
52.
We're gonna get over 60 damage.
Another 6.
52.
Going on.
What is happening?
57.
2.
59. Now that's not what Glory says,
No,
right?
it does
Glory is
not.
about to hit, right?
Yeah.
After
Yes.
a die roll of 60 plus.
All right,
Just
so
as a die
59. Do we want to use one of the 3 of us can use the other coup de grace for him? I don't know that we need to. I'm feeling. What do you guys think? I'm feeling like 59 is pretty
I
good.
think-
If 59 is not good enough,
We're
we
dead.
should
Yeah,
run.
I agree.
We're going with 59. Final answer.
I still have another shot, by the way.
Okay.
Anyways.
So when you turn, so as it kind of just stands up, looks back from it, that gives you enough time, just right at the base of that throat, boom, shot comes in, poof, it just hits his throat. You can see that fountain of blood kind of come out. The Minotaur goes to yell and scream, but the wound to his throat kind of muffles that. Then you feel possibility energy just wash out from it as he attempts to soak.
Wait, I'm gonna play I'm gonna play master plan. Can you
To
take
bring
out
the coup de grace
the
back on.
or the fail?
Oh yes.
Oh,
Then-
no, can he fail that though?
Can he if he passes a reality check, can he?
That's not a reality check. That is
Or it's a
soaking.
soak.
Has successfully completed a test. Is it a test?
Let's check the rule book real
Yeah,
fast.
because if you can pull it out, one of the two of us, the Professor
Yeah.
and I, can play it.
Yeah,
Neither you nor the Jackal can play it.
right, because he's already played a card.
Okay, so soaking damage can use their reality skill to soak, shock, and wounds. It doesn't matter what causes them, physical or mental. Fatigue represents a character. To soak damage, the injured character spends a possibility and makes a reality test.
Take that out.
Professor, do you want to play it? Do you want me to play it? I shall play it. The opponent failed.
I don't care if he passed or not. He failed.
So, as you guys start to see, so you actually feel that possibility, and you start to expend out, and you guys, the U.S. Storm Knights just kind of push your own reality on it, and it just kind of stops, and then just poof, and what we see from the.
So as I'm like moving backwards, I come back forward to shove the gun into his throat. I release that shot off, and blood starts to pool from the hole as it falls down to its knees, and I take my second shot right to its forehead.
And then so that's what you guys see, and just the Minotaur just crumples down.
And I turn back and I go, "I'm very sorry, Max."
It's good shot.
As the Minotaur dies and the blood starts pooling and soaking into the dirt of the of the ground from the maze that you're in, you look up and you can see the vines start to brown and wither and just start crumbling down, and just this wash of it just kind of comes out all around from where the Minotaur was. And when you look back again, you can see that now, instead of just this vibrant walls, it's just this broken down ruins. And we're gonna go and end this session right here.
Oh my God. Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Siegson Employees of the Month, Michael H., Greg K., F.S., and our Breaker of Seals, Frank H., Christopher C., Matthew K. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it. And a very special thanks to our fantastic artist, Jacob Blackmon, who you can reach on his Patreon under his name, or Deviant Art under the name Prodigy Duck.